The history of Guerlain. Nearly 200 years of beauty, innovation, and legacy. Guerlain is not just a perfume brand. It is one of the oldest beauty houses in the world, a name that has stood for luxury, creativity, and innovation for almost 200 years. The story of Guerlain begins in 1828 in the heart of Paris. The beginning. 1828. The house was founded by Pierre-François-Pascal Guerlain, a perfumer, chemist, and inventor. He opened his very first boutique on Rue de Rivoli in Paris. But this wasn't just a shop. It quickly became a meeting place for the rich, elegant, and fashionable people of the time. Parisian elites and even wealthy English travelers would visit his store to buy creams, makeup, and custom-made perfumes. From the very beginning, Guerlain wasn't just selling products. He was creating personal experiences through scent. Royal recognition. 1853. A major turning point came in 1853. Pierre-François created a special fragrance called Eau de Cologne Impériale for Empress Eugénie, the wife of Napoleon III. The perfume was such a success that Guerlain was officially named perfumer to the emperor. This moment changed everything. It connected the brand with royalty, elegance, and prestige, a reputation that still exists today. It was also during this time that the famous bee bottle was created, decorated with golden bees, symbolizing the French Empire. Even today, the bee remains one of Guerlain's most important symbols. A family tradition begins after Pierre-François passed away in 1864. The business was taken over by his sons, Aimé Guerlain, the master perfumer, Gabriel Guerlain, the manager. This marked the beginning of a unique tradition. The role of master perfumer would be passed down through the family. Innovation and beauty. 1870. In 1870, Guerlain made history in makeup. Aimé Guerlain created the world's first lipstick in a tube, called Ne m'oubliez pas. It even had a push-button mechanism. Inspired by candlesticks, something so normal today was revolutionary back then. The birth of modern perfume. 1889. Then came one of the most important moments in perfume history. In 1889, Aimé Guerlain created Jicky. This fragrance changed everything. It was the first perfume to mix natural and synthetic ingredients. One of the first fragrances described as a true perfume, not just a cologne. Jicky was bold, different, and ahead of its time. It even confused people. It was created for women, but became popular with men too. Today, it is considered the beginning of modern perfumery. The third generation, Jacques Guerlain. The legacy continued with Jacques Guerlain, one of the most important perfumers in history. He created many iconic fragrances that are still loved today. Poetry and Perfume, 1912. In 1912, Jacques created L'Heure Bleue. This fragrance was inspired by a magical moment just after sunset when the sky turns deep blue. It wasn't just a scent, it was an emotion. Mystery and elegance. 1919. In 1919, he introduced Mitsuko, a mysterious, complex fragrance inspired by Japanese themes, reflecting the fascination Europe had with Japan at the time. A legendary creation. 1925. Then came Guerlain's most famous fragrance, Shalimar, inspired by the love story of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal. It was one of the first amber fragrances, a bold mix of bergamot and vanilla, completely new style of scent. Shalimar didn't just succeed, it became one of the most famous perfumes in the world. Expansion and influence, early 1900s. In 1914, Guerlain opened its famous boutique at 68 Avenue des Champs-Élysées in Paris. This location became the heart of the brand and a symbol of luxury beauty. Beyond perfume, 1939. In 1939, Guerlain opened one of the world's first beauty institutes. It combined a skincare massage technique, sensory experience. This was the beginning of modern luxury skincare culture. Innovation continues, 1950s. In 1950, Guerlain created one of the first serums ever, Emulsion d'Ambroisie. It introduced the idea of using concentrated active ingredients, something that is now common in skincare. The last family perfumer, Jean-Paul Guerlain. The fourth generation was led by Jean-Paul Guerlain. He created classics like Vetiver, Habit Rouge. Habit Rouge was especially important. It was one of the first amber fragrances made for men. Makeup icons, 1980s. Guerlain also changed the makeup world. In 1984, they launched Terracotta, the first bronzing powder that gave a natural sun-kissed look. In 1987, they introduced Météorite, colorful pearls that brighten and perfect the skin. Both products became timeless icons. A major change, 1994. After more than 150 years as a family business, Guerlain was sold to LVMH in 1994. This was a turning point. For the first time, the brand was no longer fully family-run. New perfumers were brought in. Some fans saw this as modernization. Others saw it as the end of tradition. A new era, 2000s. In 2008, Thierry Vasseur became the new in-house perfumer. This marked the end of the family perfumer tradition, but Guerlain continued to evolve. Science Meets Nature, 2010. In 2010, Guerlain launched Abeille Royale. It used honey and royal jelly inspired by the healing power of bees. The bee, once a symbol, was now part of the science behind the products. Sustainability and the future. In recent years, Guerlain has focused on sustainability. They reduced packaging waste, created refillable bottles, used more natural ingredients. They also actively support bee conservation, even celebrating World Bee Day every year. Today's Guerlain. Today, Guerlain is more than just a perfume house. It is a creator of over 600 fragrances, a leader in skincare and makeup, a symbol of French luxury and artistry. From a small Paris boutique to a global icon of beauty, nearly 2 centuries later, Guerlain is still doing what it has always done best, turning scent, science, and creativity into timeless beauty. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know which brand you want to see next.